Burning the fuel-air mixture in the combustion chamber of an engine produces hot, noxious gases which must be vented. These gases are routed from the combustion chamber through the cylinder head and exit via the exhaust system. The exhaust on the lawnmower engine also incorporates a muffler, which significantly attenuates the noise output of the engine.
The exhaust system must be able to withstand high temperatures without corroding, as the gases expelled from the engine will be at very high temperatures. The exhaust must also be able to withstand high-frequency vibrations due to the constant expelled gases. The material properties needed to meet these requirements are high service temperature, high fatigue strength, and high fracture toughness. Thus, the exhaust must be made of a corrosion-resistant material or be coated in a corrosion-resistant layer. In this case, the outer casing is made of aluminium. The inside of the exhaust where the muffler is located is composed of a ferrous alloy, which was checked by testing the magnetism of the muffler, and the alloying elements such as carbon or chromium are also there for corrosion resistance.
When using the deep drawing process, the manufacturer has to make sure the diameter of the blank to the diameter of the cup is below a limiting ratio that is an intrinsic property of the material. Aluminum is often used in this process because of its high ductility and high strength to weight ratio. So the flange region, or the sheet metal in the die shoulder area, experiences a radial drawing stress and a tangential compressive stress due to the material retention property. These compressive stresses, or called hoop stresses, are shown by the visible grain lines. It was deep drawn into two parts and has been joined by press fit. The evidence is visible from the seam at the center of the exhaust. The inside of the part is hollow, and the simple geometry of the part suggests that it wasn't cast and it is deep drawn for process efficiency.
The exhaust enclosure starts its life as sheets of aluminium. These sheets go through a process called deep drawing, which involves using a punch to force the sheet metal into a die. These sheets may be cut before they are drawn or at the same time. Deep drawing is a very common method of forming cup-shaped parts, such as aluminium cans, or the top and bottom of the exhaust housing. They are then machined to get rid of the excess material, and holes are punched out. One large one in the top half and lots of little holes in the bottom. Piercing is the most efficient process as the material is soft and thin, so drilling is not necessary. There is also evidence that the metal was pushed in around the holes in the thicker portion of the bottom. Then the muffler is inserted and a threaded tube section is attached to the top half. These parts are magnetic, so are made of a material that is different to the outer casing, which is not magnetic. The two halves are then put together and joined by folding the metal from the bottom half over the top half using a process called hemming. This shapes one piece of metal over the other, as you can see on the side of the exhaust.